What's the worst sickness you've ever had?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess this, I don't know if this counts as a sickness, but I had, when I was like in grade 9, I had an allergic reaction and I was out of school for like 2 months. And I was in the hospital for a bit too. Cause we didn't know what it was and it just kept flaring back up and we couldn't figure it out. They didn't want to like send me somewhere far away in case I did have an allergic reaction and just like fucking died. Yeah, that sucked ass. But the day I got back from like being gone for like 2 months, I talked to my French teacher and I was like, hey, what's my grade? He's like, oh, I'm just going to mark you on what you did have. So whatever, you have like an 80%. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I go to my next class and the vice principal taught this class. And I was like, what's my grade? She's like, oh, you have a 13% right now and there's no way you'll pass this class.
Oh my God.
I was like, what?
I've been like,
She's
fuck
like,
you, stupid bitch.
Yeah, she was like, you haven't come and collected like any of your homework. I was like, what? I was in the hospital for a bit and then I was on my couch fucking dying. It's like, oh, that's not my fault. So my mom had to like call. Yeah, my mom called and like freaked out and eventually I got like a 52 in that class and just called it a day. Yeah, that was fucking AIDS. That was probably the worst sickness I've had though. Just like, I don't even know if that's a sickness. Just like.
Did you ever figure out what the allergy was coming from?
No, we think it was just like a weird hormonal thing. Like it was right around when I was hitting puberty. So they just think it was like this very bizarre.
You're just allergic to your own
hormonal
pubes.
reaction.
Allergic to sperm.
God, that'd be horrible.
I would.
Just like one dribble of nut on yourself and you
Could
just
you imagine
fucking
like
break
busting
out.
on a chick that's allergic to sperm? You just like burn her skin.
It's like acid.
Acid, yeah.
I was thinking like a peanut allergy where they just like choke to death off of a single flake of nut.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
What about you guys?
I had a really bad flu once. I had swine flu, but it actually was nothing compared to this.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, I had swine flu, but this one flu I had made swine flu look like just like a common cold. I had this one flu one year over like Christmas time when everybody'd be getting the flu. It was one of those kinds where you puke every 15 minutes for a whole
Oh,
day.
I love those, dude. Those are the best.
So I did that, and I got really dehydrated and whatever. And that night, after puking every 15 minutes for about 12 straight hours, I also had the massive shits with this one. Horrible diarrhea. And
What what could have even came out at that point?
Liquid. So yeah, I was just chilling in my bed at night, and I was like, okay, I really need to fart, but I'm too weak to like.
No.
I'm way too weak to like get up. I was so drained. I had maybe like a sip of like a 7-Up or something, like, and that was about all I had in my system. And so I trusted the fart and I pushed, and I regretted it instantly because I shat through my underwear, through my pants, through my blanket, through my sheet, through my blanket, onto my mattress. And I made this. It was a forceful shat, man. And I had this big old shat stain on my mattress. And so I was like, all right, well, I probably should do something about this. So all I did was I got up and I got a towel and I laid it over the stain and I went back to bed because I was too weak to clean it up.
Oh my God.
It was so
bad. You should have had
bad.
like a puke bucket and the shit bucket next to you.
I feel like I only drank like 7-Up and Sprite when I was sick, like as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know
me
why,
too.
but
I was just told to do it.
Yeah, it was like Sprite or 7-Up.
I think like the carbonation in it is supposed to like help your stomach or something.
Yeah, well, the ginger ale is supposed to help because ginger's quite soothing.
Have you ever heard of the Brad diet?
The
what diet?
Yeah, it's bananas, rice, apples, toast. Those are like the 4 foods that are known to not fuck with your stomach when you're on the flu.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can't eat a lot of it, but you can eat like a banana and a piece of toast.
Dude's like, oh yeah, I had like a ribeye and like some other, mashed potatoes.
what I had was like spicy tacos the night before, and that stuff came up projectile-like. So
I had the same exact thing you had, but with me, what set it off was slow cooked ribs. I ate slow cooked ribs, and immediately the next day, I remember taking my pillow into the bathroom and just sleeping in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was pretty much that bad. I pretty much lived in the bathroom.
I think the worst sickness I had was like the flu that I can think of.
Stomach flu?
Really?
Yeah.
Or just like the regular flu?
Oh. Just the regular flu, I believe.
God,
this one time I lied to my mom so I could stay home for a week and play Skyrim. I did that one time.
Sick. What'd you tell her you had?
I was just like, I don't feel good.
Oh. I would try some fuck shit. I'd grab like Campbell's soup out of the cupboard and like put it in the toilet and be like, yeah, I just threw up. Mom's like, no, you didn't.
He was sitting there just chicken and noodles. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just alphabet soup.
Yeah, just like full
It's like,
unchewed
Mama,
chicken pieces.
Puked up
Just
the
a whole
alphabet.
fucking loaf of bread in the toilet. I threw up.
An entire uncut pizza. Mom, I threw up.
Still like half
Fucking
frozen.
microwave in the toilet. Mom, I don't feel good.
Just pour a bunch of
Floating
water
Big
in there.
Mac.
Just full of water.
Big Mac.
Just a full, perfectly intact floating Big Mac.
Like a
Mom, I
pelican,
threw
you
up.
just swallow
I
your
gotta
food whole.
Mom, I gotta stay home. I threw up.
Just a whole bag of McDonald's just in.
The wrappers are empty. It's just the wrapper. Oh my god. This little cactus just sitting there.
At that point, I just let my kids stay home for the creativity.
Yeah, no.
Like if they went out of the way to like place McDonald's in the toilet unchewed and say
Yeah,
they
well
threw
played.
up, yeah,
That
just
was
stay
like
home.
creative. That's like retarded.
I would just go along with it. Be like, wow, you must be really sick. It's like,
Yeah, make them sit in their bed. Don't let them play Xbox.
Just tell them like, oh, this is like one of the first signs of cancer when you're puking up like full McDonald's,
A
like
full
freak them out.
McDonald's Happy Meal in the
Yeah.
toilet is the first sign of cancer.
Yeah, this is
I
how your
just feel like-
grandfather died.
I'm sending you to military school.